Of cancers are related to genetics?
Well, they're all diseases of genetics. They're all diseases where the genetic material of individual cells in our body goes wrong. So that's at heart what they are. You're asking a slightly different question, which is what causes the aberrations in the genes? And the answer is some of it is inherited predisposition, and most of it's probably environmental. But that's not really the point. The point is, if you have a cancer which is to which you're heavily predisposed by your genes and your inheritance, then that's your cancer. And in that case, your inheritance made a big difference. So cancer is not a disease about generalities, it's a disease about individuals. And you can't make statements that generalize about cancer. If your cancer is due to an inherited predisposition, that's the cancer you've got. And knowing about that inherited predisposition will really help then in the early detection of the disease and in keeping you healthy.
Yeah. Do genetics have a greater role to play in people that are younger with cancer? Because obviously cancer, being a disease where cells go faulty, as you age, that becomes a more likely situation. So if you're particularly young and get cancer, or children that get cancer, is that more likely to be down to a genetic inherited flaw, or
as I say,
no more than
not really. As I say, different cancers are different, so some have a very strong inherited predisposition associated with them, but most don't. The thing about young people's cancers is they seem rather different in their structure and the way that they arise from the cancers that happen in older people, in the older population. So young people's cancers seem to be more to do with aberrant developmental processes than the gradual accumulation of errors and problems and garbage. And that's why they show this sort of rise in childhood and then into early adulthood. And then those particular kinds of cancers tend to drop off because the developmental processes that lead to them and which can go awry and cause them are also dropping off.
Often we're told that our cancers are sporadic or unlucky and just chance. Do you think that as we go on, more genes will be uncovered to explain some cancers that currently are, well, it's just bad luck?
Well, again, we're all looking for something to blame, some deterministic thing where we can point the finger and say that's what done it. And cancer is a disease of randomness and probabilities, and luck plays an important part, but you can bias your luck. But the important thing is that there's nothing that you can point to, generally speaking, that is responsible for you or your loved one getting cancer. And people mustn't take the blame for their disease. And I think it's very damaging that some people do think that you can ascribe their incidence of cancer to a particular thing that they did or did not do. By and large, that's not the case.